Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Ark Survival Ascended here. Well, this is not really Ark. This is actually the Ark like community page where you can catch like all the community crunches to find out the news yourself. I don't normally cover these kind of things, but today I just wanted to cover it because this new creature vote for the next creature for Valguero, and it's not gonna be like general just Ark. It is gonna come to Valguero specifically. The voting ends Friday, and I think the winner will be announced on Friday as well. I don't know if they're releasing on the crunch. They'll probably maybe like post about it somewhere. But I'm here just to show you guys maybe the vote if you guys don't know, or you don't even know if this exists, and also to see actually all the creatures. Alright, so the first creature we got here is the Xenoceratops. Now this thing, it looks from, I've actually recorded this video already. This is my second time recording this, because the first time I didn't record my mic. Like my mic, I don't know if it was muted or it just did not record my mic audio. So it was just complete video of just me looking at the Ark page. So this is actually my second time. I've already went through this in that recording, so I'm not going to go into detail like I did there. But just to basically, like I haven't read this whole thing, but just to get a basic idea of what this is. This seems more like an electric trike. Like that's what it seems like. It's an electric powered trike. As you can, if you watched this cartoon before as a kid, that's pretty much the trike. With that right there. Now, one thing to know with all these creatures, all of them, to take the abilities and everything, don't expect them to have them when they're in the game. I don't think any of them, except for maybe the Shasta with the submarine, but even then, Walker had to do some workaround to even make it work, and it's not what people wanted anyways. So don't expect everything that's gonna be here. Like the electric powers here for a Triceratops creature. You don't expect that to happen. Also, it's pretty big. It's like twice as big as a trike, and there's only 2 trikes in the game. The Pachyrhinoceros, if I'm saying that right, if I'm actually remembering it right, which it sucks. It's useless. And then there's the trike, which everybody's favorite kind of starter-ish creature. So yeah, and there's also this thing which I don't know if Walker will have like an evolution of a creature's appearance as it. I don't know if it gains. I don't know if this is from it getting older, like maturing or whatever. All these gauges and all these abilities it has. I don't think Walker will do this because they'll take some. Probably they'll take some bits from it, but they probably won't take all of it. Even all this right here, all these attacks. I don't know. Well, but then again, and also like it can recharge. So it's pretty much like an electric conductive creature. It's just an electric trike, pretty much. Yeah, all these saddles. Don't expect these. Just try to vote for appearance and how it fits Valguero. And honestly, another like ceratopsin dinosaur. I wouldn't mind this. There's only like 2, so I wouldn't mind this, to be honest. But just vote for what you think, what you want to be in Valguero. All right. Alright, next we got this thing, the Mega Raptor. It looks scary. It kind of got like a Yudi face, but with like more of a raptor body to it. It doesn't have like the raptor claws though, like the big toe claw. So I guess this guy is pretty much would just be, yeah, it's just pretty much So it should pretty much be a dinosaur that can scare you, I guess. That's what it seems like. That's what the approach that was this submitted with was to be a creature that can scare you. Yes, if the prey manages to survive, it will suffer from a Euteritis fear status. Okay, so yeah, it'll probably give you some kind of fear effect. So apparently it fears fire. I don't know if I don't think there's any creature in Ark if you have a torch it'll run away. So I don't know if they can implement this. So to tame so here's the taming process they set up for this. Now the taming process, Wildcard will probably do their own thing and make it complicated like all the other ones. Because all the new ones have been annoying, complicated, or just boring. So this one, they set up a guide. So you find and kill a Mega Raptor, or harvest the claws, and then use them to craft the blades. And then you approach another one that you want to tame with the blades, and then have them equipped, or will prevent the creature from lunging at you, making it in a duel. So you have to pretty much duel it with the blades you make out of another's claws. And you feed it with this, the Battle Tartar, or the Shadow Stake. So this seems like a pretty complicated process. I don't know if they'll do this. And also a new kind of weapon just for this dinosaur. I don't take that with a big grain of salt. They don't know if they're gonna add this. This is just, you're just kind of voting for appearance, not really all of this. They could add it, but expect more likely they won't. Like, look at all this. You can pounce on flyers on, so it's got like kind of a Deinonychus thing, and the Deinonychus is coming with this map, so take also that. You don't want like a copy of that with that. I mean, we already had that with the Yeeling. It was just kind of a gliding creature. There was already a rock drake, and I don't know if the Yeeling necessarily fits with Aberration. I feel like maybe like a more of a crawling dude would have fit with that. Like I feel like that map was the perfect chance to get some kind of like scary insect into the game. Aberration, but people voted for Yeeling. Like, look at all these things. The Fear of Fire. See, I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know if they're gonna add all these, like a new weapon and everything. I doubt they'll do this. But you know, if you like the look of it, I guess you can vote for this based off just appearance. That's pretty much what you are voting for. So here they kind of had some explanations for it. Like right here, this one wouldn't overshadow Deinonychus. He says no. In fact, sure may similar with Deinonychus while feeling overall like a spirit team. It's worth mentioning it will hold its place in this trial experience. It's an already tame, unlike Mega Raptor. Still vital in boss fights. It's that's vision than what gets me great hard risk when staying alert. Okay, so they pretty much say Deinonychus is bleeding is what's worse against, I guess. Deinonychus is better in numbers. But yeah, it's pretty much like a big raptor. That's how you would say. It doesn't have a toe claw. I don't know if this is considered a raptor then or another dinosaur. But it's just pretty much a big scary raptor. That's pretty much what you're voting for here. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but you know, if you like it, vote for it. Next we got this big Quetz ice dude. I've already seen this, so that's why I said ice dude. I've already seen this before. I've skimmed through it before. This is pretty much like a Quetzal, but he can breathe ice. Now, given that he could breathe ice, it seems this seems like the biggest. Like, they'll probably not have this with it. The fact that it has a freezing breath, and you know Valguero has ice wyverns in it, and a whole trench area that's literally for them, when these guys will probably spawn in the snow. So I don't know if this would like kind of either fit it, and also it has like a new item with spicy fish cake. So I don't know if they're gonna include this. That's it for scale. It's pretty much the size of a Quetzal, where to stand upright instead of being like kind of horizontal. So it's really big actually. The fact that it can get giga height just standing up, that's pretty big. Here's the abilities, like a blizzard snowstorm. Don't expect this, all right? Just don't be disappointed if this wins and it's nothing like it. As you can see here, it's got like a snow owl, like just gets frozen, but it turns into armor. Kind of like Fenrir, but don't expect this to happen, or don't expect a new item like spicy fish cake. And some of these creatures do have kind of like a complicated saddle or multiple. I doubt this will happen. The ability to have nests, I don't think this has never been Ark where you can craft it like an actual nest. It's more of a mod thing. And also the Gigantoraptor has a nest, but it gets you don't do anything with it. It's just how you tame them. You approach the nest, but it gets destroyed once the Gigantoraptor dies, so you can't even make one yourself. But yeah, that's about it. It's just kind of like a more, I guess it would be a better Quetz that can breathe ice. So yeah, if you want that, I don't know if you can expect it, but if you want probably like a more useful Quetz, I guess if you want, you can vote for the Cryo Draken. That doesn't sound like a pterosaur at all. Alright, the next one, which is the giant stick bug. Now this one, it seems like it'll fit in kind of really well. the fact that it can kind of blend in as a log, and Valguero is covered. It's a whole like land map, completely land. There's no ocean except for like a big lake in the middle, and the underwater and an underground ocean. But most of it is forest and the white cliffs at the bottom. So I feel like this guy would actually go in really well. Like this guy, I feel like he can blend in really well. And obviously they have it like climbing, and I don't know what, I guess other items here. But by the way, these dossers that people make, they're really good. Like there's no way I can do this. There's no way I'll be able to draw any of this stuff. Even a stick bug, which you could just make it look like a stick, because that's what it is. So these guys are yeah, they're supposed to be like blending as logs. And so here it says, I didn't notice anything except for a log without leaves. At portions I picked up appear to be a bark, but actually made out of woody chitin. So that's one thing it does have. It has like, its chitin is like a wood version of chitin. So I guess yeah, it has like a chitin that can be, it has a wood, it's woody chitin, can be used as like I guess another version of chitin. So this guy has like, you could harvest pieces of him to serve as like an organic version of something that's already in the game, kind of like organic polymer and polymer, for you could get it from creatures. It also says it has Helimaloph, an organic version of sap. So this guy can provide alternate versions of resources. It says you could become a canoe. I don't know if they'll add this. It says it can be a tree, so it could have bees in it and Archaeopteryx. I don't know if they'll add that, because that seems a little broken. But I kind of like the idea of another insect, because Ark doesn't have much insects, especially ones this big. Because like the Ranio is not an insect. I mean, it's a creepy crawly dude, but it's not an insect. I know this is just being like oh, really technical, but yeah, there's only like the scorpion, the spider, and the moth, and that's pretty much all you can tame until the Bloodstalker, which is more of like a fantasy thing. But like the other bugs, like the dragonfly meganeras and the titanodrones, the ant termite things, they're just annoying. They're annoyances that just attack you, and that's all they do. And then there's also the bees that give you honey, but you can't really do anything with them. You can just turn into a hive, and that's it. So I feel like an actual bug you could probably like tame around in. It climbs, which is something bugs are good at. It also says it can mimicry, so it can make you the, so yeah, so it can pretty much it can take the appearance of a tree. So animal, so something will stop chasing you and attacking it. It also says it's undetectable by spyglasses when it's in this, which seems a little OP. I don't know if like a gene scanner would then be able to pick it up. But yeah, if you want to vote for this giant stick bug, I like, honestly, this giant stick bug. I feel like it could probably fit really well. But it's whatever you guys vote for. I'm not gonna tell you guys. One thing that I'm not gonna publicly say what I'm gonna vote for, because I feel like creators do that a lot, where they try to make fans vote for what they want, and it kind of sways it unfairly to creatures that probably don't fit, but a creator just wants it. But anyway, what we got here is another ceratopsin, the Pentaceratops. Now this one doesn't have a dossier; it's just a picture. Also the text for this thing is in this Ark font, or I've seen this font a lot associated with a bunch of Ark videos and the Ark itself. It's a little harder to read, but yes, pretty much this is another ceratopsin. I guess I've read through this before when I recorded this previously, but this is kind of like a stego version of a trike. It has all these stances where it can be base, it can lower its body, yeah, so it's marching wall. So it's kind of like a stego version of a ceratops, where it has all these stances that can give it different abilities, and it's got a bunch of attacks as well. It also got two different saddles, a regular one and a metal one. Now, don't expect all of this stuff if you vote for this creature. Like I keep saying it, I'm just gonna keep saying it in case you forget. You're just kind of voting on appearance, and if you think it fits Valguero. Remember, Valguero is mostly land with the big lake in the middle and the ocean that's kind of undergroundish, and also there's an aberrant kind of cave that's kind of big, but it's not that big. I wonder if they're gonna include rock drakes in it, because aberration is free, so it makes sense not to have them in there. All right, next we got this dude, the plesiosaur that's on land, but looks like he belongs in the ocean. This dude has just got a really long neck. He's kind of like he's got like a sniper scope built into him, so you can snipe off the back of him. I don't know if that means you can use weapons, probably from the dossier pictures here. And one thing he does have, he has different spits, like a normal one that'll just slow down creatures, a toxin one that'll poison, I guess hurt you, and then a chitin one that pierces armor, and then an ammonite one that attracts creatures. I don't know if they'll add this because this seems like a really OP thing to have. Also, the eyes look really goofy, man. They're freaking huge, man. Look at him. He's definitely seen something. Look at that. Look at those eyes. They're haunting. And also, he can fish with his tongue. I don't know if they're gonna add this thing. It seems it'd be kind of cool to have a creature that can use its tongue to fish, because no creature can fish like properly, like properly like fishing, like with the fishing rod equivalent. Here we got it shooting down. I don't know if that's a quet, so I guess you can use this to shoot down the quets. But yeah, it's pretty much like a big giant. I don't know if this is a lizard, but it's an ancient reptile. I don't know if it's a dinosaur. I don't know where this comes. I don't know where this is in the. Well, it says it's from the mid-Triassic, so it might be a dinosaur. I don't know, or it could just be an ancient reptile. But yeah, don't expect everything like all this spit and the fishing ability. Just expect the overall appearance, like this freaking long neck and slender body. It kind of is like the Nodosaurus, but it doesn't do like the electric capabilities. It's just more of a land version. I think it also said, I think I read this earlier. It says it spawns, what is it, in the beaches? Yeah, patrolling the beaches. Now Valguero doesn't have really beaches except for the area near the White Cliffs. That's the only beach because it's mostly forest with the lake in the middle. So these guys might not be the most common thing if they were added, if they keep that in there, by the way, because they could do their own kind of spawn areas for them. But yeah, here's the big giant lizard dude with a long neck. If you want to add this, vote for it. I'll show you guys how to vote in a minute. All right, next we got Desmatosuchus. Now this thing, when I skimmed through this earlier, it's kind of like a Capro and an Anki kind of had like a baby. That's the equivalent of what it is. It seems like an Anki, but it has like a lot of like turret saddles for it. Got like a tech turret too. I don't think that will be added, but yeah. So it's pretty much it unlocked to level 40, so it's kind of early-ish. It also has a passive buff. They would have where it could drain, so this thing could be used to tame things much faster, because they have a buff that drain the food of creatures so they can eat sooner, which helps with taming. And it can be found in tundra, jungle, and chalk cliffs, which I think all of these are in Valguero, because the chalk cliffs is where the white zone is. And it can we make sure it is buried in the ground, and from you have to present either metro, very, or honey to attract its attention. So it can burrow into the ground. That's something new. It also has this crazy saddles and dossiers. I don't know if they're gonna add these though. And all of these abilities it has, I don't know. Do not expect this. Just expect, I guess, the appearance kind of. Because Wildcard does kind of make their own liberties with how it looks, kind of, but they mostly stay true to originally what it looked like on the dossier and the submission. But yeah, this kind of like a Capro Anki, but I don't think he harvests metal at all. He can burrow into the ground, and it looks like he can burrow and make like a little home. I don't know how that would work. They couldn't get the submarine to work with water with the Shasta, so I don't know, expect that. All right, next is this little dinosaur here. Now it is small. This is kind of like an assassin pet. You can use it to assassinate people. It'll choke people. I don't know if Wildcard will be able to do that. The only constrictor or choking thing that's in the game right now is Moro's Gigantophus snake maw guy. And he spent months doing that. I don't know if they can do this right now, or they might. It's a whole team, but I don't know if they will add this. But it is more of a pet creature. It's not like a proper tame you could just like run around with riding. It is a little pet. It also has a bunch of stuff. It's got like a whistle thing, kind of like Armadago. It can boost mutation rates. That seems, I don't know if they would add that. Um, but it can it can make you immune to torpor radiation and other effects. It's his tail, and also his tail apparently can be used as a scarf to protect it against the cold and gas. So you don't need a gas mask with the thing. Just breathe in the smell from the tail. But apparently with this, it is immune to torpor, so you can't knock it out. You have to knock out a large creature, and so you and then you let this thing kill it. So you pretty much gotta make it eat something, get something to kill with. It's pretty much what you gotta do. It's got a bunch of abilities though. That scarf thing with the thing that seems a little broken. It is a shoulder peg. You can make it attack people, and I think it can go in through doors and stuff. Yeah, it's undetectable by turrets and wild creatures that are set to aggressive. I don't know how that would play into PvP, because these creatures are gonna come into official. So take all of these abilities with a pinch of salt. It looks cool. It's all blue and red. I don't know if it'll look like this in real life, but yeah, it's about the size of a dillo, I think. Because not every creature has to be huge. All right, next we got the cheetah that's been in the votes for I think a few times, but it's never won. Or at least I think it's a cheetah. It's called the Sinnox and the Cynics. I don't know. It's a fast dude. Yeah, you can see it was in the center vote, but it didn't make it. So this dude is fast, as you can tell, because it's a cheetah, and also it says a new debuff, Vertigo. I don't know if they'll add this, maybe not. It also has claw swipe, and it can kick up a dust cloud when it drifts across the ground. It has feline evasion, so it can dodge bullets. It can dodge your attacks if you try to attack it. It can wall jump, so it's a pretty agile dude. And I don't know if it's a cat. It might be an ancient cat, and it's ancestor of a cheetah. It has also all these attachments to it, like a battery backpack, a parachute, and a tranquilizer turret, and a lasso launcher. This thing, yeah, it eats prime meat. So, yeah, the taming process is this: if you have to walk down and give it prime meat, and then it'll trust you. So it's got like a cart tame. You give it prime meat, it'll let you ride it, and you have to kill things that drop prime. So it's a little more specific than a cart. You have to kill specific things. So I would say babies are your best chance with this thing. But it's just pretty much a big a fast agile cheetah. The problem is the Deinonychus is also an agile fast creature in Valguero, and it can also not take fall damage, and this thing has like a parachute thing you can attach to it, doesn't take fall damage. So I don't know how they would compete, kind of do a similar effects. And also I don't think this debuff would be added. But yeah, if you want the cheetah, it's a pretty cool raccoon-like tail. It looks cool though. I wouldn't mind a cheetah. There's not many cats in the game. The last creature we have here is the Arrow Titan. Now this dude, his picture looks eerie, man. His eyes are glowing. He honestly looks terrifying. His eyeball kind of wings. They're pretty scary looking. So this dude is another pterosaur, and he's a big one, as you can tell. Maybe related to Quetzal, I don't know. So this one, he's in the cold forests and tundras. So he would be in Valguero. He would be in the snow biome at the top with ice wyverns. And this guy's whole ability shtick is wind. Apparently, like he can bite, but he can also do like a wind slap. I don't know if this like gonna be like the wyvern one. I can also grab in the air hoops, and also he can do like a pteranodon spin. Now on a big creature, I don't know how that would look. On one hand, it might look terrifying if it's coming to you, but with you, if you're riding on it, it might look hilarious. It also, when it takes off, it leaves a huge cloud of mist. So yeah, this guy's whole thing is kind of like he's a fast, agile Quetz. I don't know if he's smaller or bigger than one. He also does a bad omen effect. So he'll scare things with his eyeballs, which it probably would look scary if he like stands up and like just extends them. So yeah, I don't know if he's gonna be bigger than the Quetz. Okay, he is smaller than the Quetz, but he's more, I guess he's just a more agile Quetz, but he's smaller. Maybe probably between Tappa and Quetz size. So he's a bigger pterosaur, but he's not gigantic. He's kind of smaller. He's a little smaller than a quest. So don't expect something that's huge, humongous. I would say bigger than a Tropio and a Tappa, but smaller than a Quetz. In between there is how, since you said it. But then again, Wildcard has their own freedoms with this, and is the agile dude with win thing. All right, and then this is how you vote, guys. You click on the page. There's like a link here where it says you click to vote here. It'll take you to this. I don't think you have to log in or sign up. I'm not sure. I never done this. I never voted for anything. But this is not like a normal, you just click on what you want. You have to rank them, and what you rank the most counts as like your most approving vote. And I'm assuming whatever gets the most first place votes goes on and moves on. Whatever gets the most 10th gets eliminated. So you pretty much gotta vote for, if you want the Mega Raptor first, you put it first. If you don't want the cheetah, you put it 10th all the way at the bottom. And if you want the Quetz, which is, I think this is one of them, and what is this, something Draken? Yeah, this thing. I guess if you want these kind of, I guess you could put them in the middle. If you want the stick bug, a little less than the Mega Raptor, but you still kind of want it, you can put it second. It all depends on your preference for how much you want them. That's how you organize them, and then that's how you click submit and you vote. You don't have to vote. You don't want to. You could just let the community do it. But then a lot of times people get mad because but who knows, maybe they'll add the second place runner up to a future map. I don't know. They did that to the Karch. The Karch was second place, and I think 2 creature votes, the Lost Island and the Fjorder one, and they just ended up adding it to the game because enough people wanted it, because it kept getting second. That's why the Bison is going to Rag, because I think the Bison was in a couple of them before. Even with the Gigantoraptor one, the Bison was there, and now it's coming to Rag. So, although I wonder what would happen if they had a vote for Rag. I don't know, I think they probably wouldn't have enough time. But so I'm happy with the Bison. There's not much like cow-like creatures or herbivores that are more furry. But yeah, so you vote for whatever you want in ranking from what you want most to least, and then that's how you vote. Click submit, and there you go. And then you have to wait till this Friday or next Friday, depending on when this video's out. And then that's when they'll announce it. So, like, subscribe, vote if you want. If not, no pressure. Have a good one. Peace.